What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. And today I'm wrapping up the 212 Mr Olympia finals. Derek Lunsford comes out on top, wins his first 212 Mr Olympia, and people are already asking the question, will Derek Lunsford now move to the Open, or will he try to win a string of 212 Olympia titles? He wins it against a very impressive Sean Clarita, who won it last year. Many believed he actually couldn't be beaten this year. He did get beaten. Derek Lunsford brought his all-time best to the stage, and he looked absolutely fantastic. So let's break down the top 5 and what actually went down. So in 5th place, we had Nathan Epler. Best conditioning in the class, in my opinion. He was inside out shredded. You look at him from the back and it's just absolutely insane. Maybe not quite as crisp from the front, but still plenty good enough condition to do very, very well. So I was very impressed by Nathan Epler. As I mentioned in my pre-judging report, he's probably the tallest guy in the class. I think he's about 5'7", which is very tall for 212s. I hope he eventually moves to the open class, and I can't wait to see what damage he does in the future, not only in the 212s, but also in the opens. In 4th place, we had Angel Frias Calderon. Very, very thick. He moved up from last year. I thought he was actually better. It's funny, he can even look like he can get like a little bit harder. The commentators were mentioning it. It looked like he had maybe a small film of water, but he's very conditioned overall. So I was impressed by Angel Calderon. He can potentially win one of these titles one day. I think his legs need to be a little bit fuller overall, and that's really the only knock on him, and it's really just from the front. So if he can improve that a little bit more, I think he can win a 212 Olympia title potentially in the future. In 3rd place, we had 50-year-old Kamal ElGagne, your 2019 212 Olympia champion. I mean, he looked fantastic. I didn't think that he was quite as big as last year. Last year, to me, he just looked overall bigger. His legs as well, he doesn't have that sweep on his quads like perhaps he may be used to in future years. But amazing. 50 years old, getting 3rd in the world in the 212s. Absolutely fantastic. And in 2nd, as I mentioned, Sean Clarita. I thought he came back way better at finals. Actually, I think the lighting at finals was much, much better. I think the actual pre-judging was in the expo hall, so it wasn't as good lighting. Obviously, the lighting's getting hit from every angle. The lighting at Mr Olympia this year as well was overall way better. So I think Sean Clarita came back dramatically better, but it wasn't enough in my opinion. And Derek Lunsford in 1st place looks sensational. By far his best ever. From the back, I mean, we mentioned it last year, from the back he was hard, from the front he wasn't. It's sort of the same deal this year, but he was, maybe 10% harder from the back, and then he was harder from the front as well. I mean, he sort of lacks that definition through his chest and shoulders, which is sort of unusual, but he made up for it in his shape and structure, and just his waist was so tiny, and he's able to pull such a incredible vacuum for how much mass he packs onto his frame. So Derek Lunsford, the rightful winner here in my opinion. You guys actually agreed with that as well from the poll I put up after pre-judging. But the commentators as well were saying that, they think Sean Clarita, he wasn't knocked out by Derek Lunsford, so maybe he should win it. So I can definitely make a case for Sean Clarita and Derek Lunsford. It's really the typical bodybuilding terminology, apples and oranges, two totally different physiques. And, if you picked either one of them, you could definitely say you're right, because Sean Clarita maybe overall is a bit harder, but Derek Lunsford has the structure and the pretty shape. So in my opinion, it was the right decision. It was a tough decision, but Derek Lunsford takes out the 212 Olympia title. So I want to say congratulations to Derek Lunsford. I didn't get a chance to interview him prior to this Mr Olympia. I've got a lot going on in my life, but he looked fantastic, and hopefully I get to interview him very, very soon. So that's it for this video. If you guys like and appreciate this content, please give this video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Also head to olympiaproductions.com. The pay-per-view is on there. You've obviously got the finals tomorrow. It's about to go down the pre-judging in the men's open bodybuilding. So that's it for me. For Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.